In a previous video, I told you how to speed up an old iMac with a Fusion drive by booting it using an external SSD. It worked well, giving me roughly 300 megabytes per second read and write. This is a lot faster than my Fusion drive was. Then, last year, my work gave me a 2019 MacBook Pro. I did think it would make an awesome replacement for my iMac. So using a Thunderbolt 2 to Thunderbolt 3 adapter, I booted my computer, or at least I tried to boot my computer off this external SSD. When the Mac turns on, before the Apple logo and the chime, you need to hold down the Alt or the Option key to bring up the boot menu. Macintosh HD is my internal drive and Macintosh SSD is my external drive. When I try to boot off an external drive with a Mac computer that has a T2 chip, you will get this message telling you that the security settings will not allow you to boot off an external drive. What I'm about to tell you works for Intel Macs, but I'm unsure if it works for the Apple Silicon Macs. We can fix the security error by booting into the recovery mode and using the Startup Security utility. To do this, you need to restart your Mac and hold down the Command and the R key at the same time. It'll take a little moment to boot into it. If your drive was encrypted, then you'll need to know what the password is to an admin user to unlock the drive. Now we need to go to the Utilities menu and select the Startup Security utility. This utility will require you to authenticate with a user from your internal macOS partition. Previously, I was booting from an external drive and entered the recovery partition, and I was unable to authenticate with the Startup utility. When you boot, make sure you're booting off the internal drive first. Welcome to the Startup Security utility. The settings that we're interested in is Allowed Boot Media. Currently, it's set to disallow booting from external media. We need to change that to allow booting from the external media, our SSD drive. The other setting, Secure Boot, may be of interest. Apple signs all of their operating systems to stop people tampering with them. It started with the iPhone, but is now enforced by the T2 chip on the Mac. Full security means any current release of macOS. Medium security is any supported release of macOS. And no security means that it can run anything on this Mac, including Linux. As we're using the latest macOS, I can leave this on full security, but if you ever archive your external drive, you might need to reduce this setting down to medium security, if the operating system is ever considered not current by Apple. Now that we've made this change, we can restart the Mac and try to boot off the external drive. Quickly entering the boot menu and selecting the external drive. Then we just wait for macOS to load. There you go. This is my external version of macOS booting on my MacBook Pro. My personal and work files can remain separate. If for some reason I have to give this laptop back to my work, then I can, without worrying that IT have access to all my personal information. I have since upgraded and bought an external Thunderbolt 3 enclosure and an M2 drive to get more performance and more storage. I have covered this in an external video. I have covered this in another video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.